This 5 minutes to learn is literally inspired by a situation that just happened. And after a crazy week where I was challenged in the battlefield of my mind several times, but driving down the road this morning to take some stuff to the post office, and there's a guy with about literally 20 pounds of groceries in both of his hands, just walking across the street, pretty fast, no crosswalk, anything like that. And I'm coming up and I slow down, give myself about 15 feet, in front of him, and just kind of motion my brights to let him know to go. And he starts cussing me out. I don't know what he's saying because I have music on and my windows rolled up, but he is livid with me for stopping and being mindful of his safety, basically. And after almost about 5-10 seconds of me just saying, no, you go ahead. I'm pointing at his bags and everything. He's just getting more irate. I could tell he's yelling the F word at me numerous times. And I said, okay, gave him the thumbs up, started to drive. And sure enough, he starts walking towards the car. So I kind of turned, got out of the way, and just went on with my day. And I thought many things, one of them being this guy is definitely not worth an aggravated assault charge. And whatever he's going through, God help him, because, obviously not having a good day. And that got me thinking about how I've been managing my stress lately and how that shows up in our lives, right? We live very noisy lives. Typically, we've got a lot of noise that comes from our phone. We've got noise that comes from, the news. We have noise that comes from our jobs, things that we're trying to work on, like building a business or whatever. There's always going to be noise. And the question does not become, how can we make the noise level go to zero? But how are we going to manage through the noise? Because the noise never stops. And we are constantly becoming more and more inundated with distractions and opinions and all sorts of things. Just apply this to whatever field you're in, right? Whatever makes sense for you to apply this if you're listening right now. But there is a strong need for us to protect our peace, right? And I've thought about, methods I've used in the past. And if you've got some, please definitely drop them in the comments. I would love to hear what you've used to mitigate noise and stress and manage your mental health. But I think this is so important because as we think, so we become, right? And if we are constantly stressed and distracted by the noise of the outside world, I think that really affects the noise in our inner world, in our inner peace. And so really, I wanted to just get on here real quick to say, hey, if you've had a crazy week like me, reach out to a friend, get into some activities that you're usually bring you some peace and joy. And remember that it is a day-to-day thing. We have to constantly be on guard for our peace. And when we feel like it's slipping, it's usually feels like that it's too late, like it's at the end of the week, or we're distracted, we're tired and all that stuff. And so, finding some daily practices, daily tactics that we can leverage in our lives, like morning quiet times, making sure we get our gym time, making sure our diet is a little bit better every day, getting that physical activity. And the one that I think we often, especially us men, we overlook is having connection with other folks and having connection with other dudes that are really trying to be the best fathers and business leaders and et cetera that they're trying to be. So I think it's very helpful to process all of that out loud with others. And again, this episode is all in line with mostly with our values of tribal strength. I think Mental Health Awareness Month was a couple months ago, but I feel like every day is Mental Health Awareness Day for me and a lot of the people that I call my closest friends. So I hope you're all doing well. We're at episode 99. Really stoked about the progress. And if you know somebody in your life who seems like they're struggling or struggling to keep their peace, maybe you reach out to them today and check on them. All right? Nothing wrong with that. Y'all have an awesome time this weekend, and we'll see you soon.